I was just sitting in my lecture today and my mind started running to Colorado football. It's Friday the 13th, and I think, wow, Colorado has a game tonight. They play Stanford. They're at 4-2. What if they get this fifth win? That would be really big for the program. And then I thought, the bigger picture of Colorado football. I'm not the first one to talk about Coach Prime and talk about Colorado because they had the whole entire world by storm, not just the college football world. This was expanding and transcending college football into something bigger, something that was bigger for the city, something that was good for the whole entire sport, something that was good for celebrities, something that was good for clout, that was good for recruits. But I'm going to bring it back up one more time that no matter what Colorado does in these last 6 games of the season, the second half of the year, Deion Sanders has won in a big way. Colorado beat Arizona State last weekend, and all everyone could talk about was how this is a bad team. They beat a 1-win team. Oh, this means nothing. Well, it does mean a lot coming from a team that won 1 game last year and a team that everyone's talking about. Deion Sanders has flipped the script so much at Colorado that the number 1 quarterback recruit of 2025 is going to visit, taking pictures with them. Everyone wants to play for this Colorado team in the future, and that poses a threat to the Big 12. This Colorado team, under the guidance of Deion Sanders, can become a legitimate powerhouse in college football. Just because you have people talking crazy and you have news media saying this Colorado team could be a contender for the college football playoff after the 3rd game against a bad team doesn't mean that they shouldn't get recognition for going 4-2, going 5-2, making a bowl game, making the Holiday Bowl, making the Sun Bowl, whatever you want to flip it. This Colorado team needs to be looked at in retrospect and be respected for what they've done this season. They've meticulously used the transfer portal to go from 1-11 to a possible bowl game, and however you want to flip it. Let's just say this happens at Baylor, because that's a good example. A couple years back, Baylor was a 1-11 team. They ended up going to a bowl team, to a team that could compete in the Big 12 and actually making it into the Big 12 championship, playing Oklahoma. Everyone loved that and gave respect where it was due. I'm referring to the 2017 through 2019 Baylor Bears team under head coach Matt Rule, where they went 1-11 in 2017 and flipped the script the next year going 7-6. Now, were there hate comments saying, wow, 7-6 is mid, or this team should have made a bigger bowl, or they should have made it to the conference championship? No, they were enjoying a turnaround of a program for what it is. And just because Colorado is under the big media spotlight doesn't mean that that flip of a program should be forgotten and disrespected. And by the way, Baylor in the next year in 2019 went 11-3 and went to the Sugar Bowl, and that could very well happen to the Colorado Buffaloes. Another year under Deion Sanders, another year of players maturing, more transfer portal, more recruits. This could very well happen in 2024 with an expanded 12-team college football playoff as well. Now, I don't want this video to sound like ultimate glazing, getting on the knees for Daddy Deion, but I just think we should respect greatness when it happens. Because this is the new era of college football. This is where things are going with NIL, with the transfer portal, and I think we should embrace it. Yes, the Colorado Buffaloes sideline looks like a Los Angeles Lakers game with the amount of celebrities there are there, but we should enjoy it. This is great for the sport. I don't care what team you are a fan of. If you're a fan of Alabama, if you're a fan of Georgia, it doesn't take the spotlight off you. It brings more spotlight to college football, so why not all be happy about it, and why not just enjoy it as it comes? I can see how Colorado would not be America's team because they're not the typical underdog. You have a quarterback of your team, 21 years old, driving a Rolls Royce with a Rolex on his wrist. But that's awesome. Don't you want to drive a Rolls Royce? I think that's freaking awesome. Let's celebrate it. That's cool, man. These guys are just all balling out there. If you were in that position, you would be relishing it too, and that's what I don't get about the Colorado hate. You hate them because you are not them. What's the point of hate? If you're solid with yourself, if you're confident in who you are, which Deion Sanders absolutely preaches, you should enjoy watching people's success like that. Deion Sanders Jr. is a guy who's not talked about a lot because he's behind the scenes. He's been running well off media for Colorado and the Sanders family. Just being able to see what it's like behind the scenes and the message that Deion preaches to his players, his staff, and people around him is amazing. And it's super inspiring for a content creator like myself. This is expanding football for a second. Deion Sanders has a great underlying message to all people, young men, young women, everyone. Even if you're 75 years old and you're my grandma, Have unbreakable confidence in yourself. Always believe in yourself and what you're doing. And there's no point of hating unless you're insecure. And I'm sorry it got corny as fuck in this. And I'm literally bringing out quotables and all these inspirationals. And just to make the main point of my video clear, even if Colorado loses every single game for the rest of the 2023 season, they have won. They've surpassed my expectations. They've surpassed expectations of many. And the future looks bright. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for reaching the end of the video. The support in the last few weeks has been unreal, and it just motivates me to create even more content for you guys. It's been Saturday Shenanigans, your home for unfiltered college football content, and enjoy the weekend. I'll see you guys on Sunday for a little recap.